I ate. Y'all know how it be when you eat. I had to calm myself down, okay? But yeah, I just saw dude arguing with sister girl and just was like, can I get a break? No, it ain't had nothing to do with me, but it's it put something on my spirit to speak on because I see that a lot. I really do. You guys. So I'm calm now. But to reiterate from the last live, you guys, I've broken it down into 3 steps, okay? 3 steps. These are the steps that I follow. You do not have to follow my steps. This is my channel. This is my live. This is my story. This is my life. Okay? But yes, you guys, I've noticed over the time that number one, you have to correct the bad behavior while they are young. Stop making excuses because wrong is wrong. Even God punishes us when we do wrong by him. If he tell us to do something and we do not listen, we get punished. That's just period point blank, okay? So if you noticing your kids are having certain behaviors or whatever, you gotta, it's up to you as their parent because you the one that birthed them to figure out where the behavior came from. And I know me, I keep my kids like very close. And I know where they be at. They be with me. And if they weren't with me in the past, they was with their father's people. You understand? Because I already knew about mine. I didn't know about them. But I know now. Believe that. And y'all, I'm going to just leave it at that. When I see you, you'll know what it is. But correct bad behavior while they are young. Don't make no excuses for them. Okay, if the teacher tell you something and you just brush it off, oh, it's okay. They ain't mean to do it, yada, yada, yada. Like one of my baby's teachers told me, she was talking in class recently. I had to tell the teacher about herself, but I also had to be realistic and let the teacher know that I will speak with my daughter about talking in class during instruction time. She cannot do that. You know, I told her the appropriate places to talk, and that's at lunch and at recess. Do not talk while your teacher is trying to teach y'all a lesson, because if you talking while your teacher trying to teach you a lesson, you're not going to get it. Just like if I'm talking to you and you listening to something in your earphones or you watching TV, I know you're not listening. You understand? So, in order for my baby to get her lesson and still be able to communicate with her friends, don't get discouraged. I told her, do not talk while your teacher is teaching, baby. Because she even went as far as talking about she gonna move my baby. And my baby is not a problem child. None of my children are. You understand? Because I make sure that I teach them right from wrong and to respect adults and stuff like that. But if you just, your child and cussed out the teacher and you said, letting your child know that it's okay, what they gonna keep doing? Cussing out the teacher. They gonna cuss out every teacher that they have. And guess what? You gonna keep getting calls while you at work. Who wants that? Don't interrupt me while I'm making the calls to pay these bills. That can't stand. Why it's important to raise them up the correct way, so you won't have to be going through the unnecessary things. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to bash anybody. If you watching this video, then it's a chance to learn something and figure out how to correct these things. Okay, we can't make excuses for our kids when they wrong. God, come on now. And I don't want to make this about God, but hey, he's been there for me. He's all I have other than my kids. So when I talk about him, y'all, I'm going to talk about him. I get excited, okay? But that's number one, y'all. That's number one. We got to correct the bad behavior while they are young. Because if we don't, as they get older, they're going to keep repeating the same behavior. They're going to be 50 years old, cussing out everybody in the world. Because hopefully they're not in school at 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? But that's a behavior that they picked up on and they haven't learned. Because you didn't stop them. You made excuses for it. So we can't make excuses for our children when they're wrong. It's our job to correct them, or we gonna get punished. Now, that's another video. But I want to stick on this specific subject. I have to release this. I gotta let it out, y'all. He put it on me so hard. That's why I was excited in that first live. But let's get to number two. Number two is very important, because if you know that you've been correcting their bad behavior and you know that you've been the best parent that you can be, number two is don't just be letting your children stay or go with anyone. I know we be wanting that free time, but after that free time is up, we got to come back to our kids. You understand that? And when we come back to our kids, do we want to come back to some angry kids, some disobedient kids, some kids that picked up the behaviors of who you left them with, all because you wanted some free time for a day or two, 30 minutes, however? I don't even know what other parents do, because I haven't been to the club in so long. I haven't been anywhere in so long. My kids are babies. Like, come on now. One of them is in high school. She's 15 years old. That's my oldest child. But I had these kids. I don't feel like she should watch my children unless it's absolutely necessary. You know? Unless I'm going to the mailbox or taking the trash out. Then she can sit up here with them. But she a baby herself. I can't expect for a baby to watch other babies. You wonder why kids grow up fast. You didn't put adult responsibilities on them. That's very unethical. Okay? I'm just going to say that. So I'll try not to put adult responsibilities on my children, but I do let them know the real. I'm not finna sugarcoat anything. Hey, this person is this way. This person is that way. I'm not hiding anything from them anymore, because if I don't tell them the truth, some of these Stevens out here gonna lie to them, and I can't have that. I'm not finna have that. And if y'all don't know who Steven is Steven, okay? That purple emoji. Go watch some previous videos if you don't know who Steven is. But I don't need him telling my children anything, okay? So I'm going to tell them the real. And I'm not finna let them go be or stay with anybody, because you don't know what they telling your children. You don't know what they teaching your children. Like I said, I went over to one cousin's house. She cut my hair. She's supposed to be fixing it for the day, you know, and I trusted her. But she just back there snipping, and I didn't even know. When I went home, my mama was like, "What happened to your hair? It's cut." I said, such and such was fixing it. I didn't know they cut my hair. Baby, they had a whole meeting about that. Why would you do that? So yeah, she cut my hair. One time I let my baby go over a friend's house, and she came back smacking her lips, smacking her teeth like. Every time I told her something, I said, "Oh no, baby, you not going over there no more. Cause when you left, you was my regular baby, okay? But you came back with a whole attitude. Give it back, give it back, okay?" So that's when number one come in. I had to correct some bad behavior just because I sent her off to a friend's house for some temporary fun. You see how that work? You trying to figure out why your babies, not your babies no more, they done picked up some bad habits because it's somewhere that you let them go. And they taught your children that. And if anybody's letting your kid pick up bad habits and not correcting them while they're there, like, hey, you know your mama ain't gonna go for that. You know your mama ain't. They don't really like you. They don't like you. You got certain people that don't like you. They'll pretend like they do. Get your kids to their house and be doing all type of stuff. Treating them all type of ways. That's why I don't let my kids go everywhere. And they didn't understand it, but they understand now. Believe that. I had people get mad at me because I wouldn't leave my kids with a whole bunch of other kids that I already know got some bad habits. You understand? I don't want my kids to go through things that I went through. I tried to prevent those things from happening. Stuff was out of my control, but I'm back in control. You understand? Mine ain't what you want. I'm trying to tell you. Okay? But it's very important, y'all, to not let your kids go with people that you don't really know nothing about. And that includes family, y'all. Because a lot of things that I learned and stuff like that came from my own freaking family. Believe it or not. Bad habits and stuff like that. And then they'll try to shun you. They'll try to talk about you for the same stuff that you learned around them. The same stuff that they purposely taught you or showed you. Okay? You don't know if while your kids over those people's house, those people exposing your children to rated R movies and sex scenes and stuff like that. Kids shouldn't be watching anything like that. Kids are supposed to be kids. If you finna take my kids to go have some fun, I'm coming too. Let's go to Funplex. What's the fun places, y'all? Come on, give me some names. The movies or something. We ain't got Celebration Station. I can't think of this one place. I don't know, main event or some urban air, something that's a kid environment that I know they ain't got no TV screens that you can put anything on, you know, and try to expose my kids to some crazy stuff. That's not right. Y'all, these babies can't speak for themselves. And babies come up to me daily. I don't know if it's my energy or what, but they come up to me daily. And I know that's when I knew, like, I got to be a voice for them. I got to be a voice for them. They cannot speak for themselves. You know, and that's another thing. You let them go somewhere and people telling your children, oh, don't tell your mama I showed you this. Don't tell your mama or keep this a secret. No. People like that, you definitely need to keep your kids from around. Because you know for a fact then I'm going to tell my children keep something to see. I'm cracking my knuckles because I'm ready to. Okay? You know, your children pick up bad habits. You like, I don't know where they learned that from. They weren't raised like that. You probably didn't raise them like that. But wherever you sent them, those children were raised like that. And so, of course, quite naturally, they're going to try to teach it to the next person. We got to end that. We got to end that, y'all. For real. And I'm not going to go into too many more details on that, but that was number 2. Do not just be letting your kids go anywhere with anyone, because you do not know who's at their house. What if they got, you know, a weirdo at their house? Okay? Anybody know who all of the offenders are? I know they said they had an app to show you in the neighborhood. When I was younger, my stepdaddy said that it was an app. And he was pointing out like where the people was in the neighborhood. And I'm sure I used to walk to my grandmother's house. She was on the next street. I'm a girl. I was young though. I was like 16, 17. This old guy used to stand outside playing a flute and beating on drums, but he would always say something weird to me. I think he was one. And I'm going to say allegedly because I'm not the one that spread gossip and rumors on people. But every time I walked by, he said something weird to me, and I felt uncomfortable. So I'm going to just leave it at that. So that's why I let my kids know, you're not going to walk to the store for me, baby. If we're going to the store, we're going together. I have little girls, okay? And that's why I was very angry when that bus driver passed up them little girls, because that happened to me, y'all. Bus driver passed me up before too. I was one of those kids that didn't understand why nobody was speaking up for me, while all these adults around me was allowing certain things to happen. Why nobody spoke up for me? So I'm going to speak up. Believe that. I remember being at a bus stop, and an older guy, again, he came and sat next to me, y'all. The way that I am in my heart, I don't think nothing of nobody. I try to see the good in everybody. I just thought he was sitting there. He was going to wait on the bus. This man moved close to me, y'all. And he touched my leg. He touched me. Okay? I was a little girl. I was young. And those little girls was younger than me. So I'm trying to figure out why they even catching the bus alone. I know it's 2 of them. They was most likely siblings because they was just alike or whatever. They had just left the event. They was on the cheer team or something. But come on, y'all. We can't act like it ain't predators out here. Because I've been sent to the store too several times. Grown men in their cars slowing down, trying to talk to me. I was so scared. Okay? A lot of times. Like, dang, I'm just trying to walk to the store. What is going on with these people? Why they preying on me? Why? I'm not trying to think about none of that stuff. I done been approached so many times in not good ways riding that bus. So I had to speak up for them kids because guess what? If she passed them up to leave them at the bus stop, allowing people to come and approach them. You understand? Mm-mm. I couldn't let this slide. So I definitely made their report. Now I ain't heard nothing back from them, but I'm gonna go on there today and check and see what's going on. But it's really important that we use this, okay? If we gonna let our kids ride the bus, get them some type of protection. Cause I ain't had it. I ain't know nothing about getting some mace or a pocket knife or something. You know, you gonna need something, especially if you are a girl. Okay? Now you know these predators, they prey on boys as well. And I make sure to teach my children, like, come and talk to me, please. Because if I don't know, I can't fix it, I can't help. Please build that relationship with your children. Stop trying to chase these dudes. They don't care. They don't care. Stop trying to chase these women. A lot of them don't care because it ain't just the dudes. Trust me. I know some trifling mothers. Okay? Y'all don't want to get punished, please. Like, do what you're supposed to do for your children. This gonna tie into number 3. Love them so they don't go out looking for it. Because best believe if you don't show your children the attention that they need it. You gotta remember they was a baby. You breastfeeding them, bottle feeding them, or whatever. Y'all getting that bond. That's what that skin is for you to get that bond. So you gonna get that bond, and just when they learn how to walk and talk, release them to the wolves. No, y'all. And I understand we parents, we gotta work and stuff like that. Your kid might have to go to a daycare or something. Our kids gotta go to school. We can't be around them or be with them 24/7, but we can install the love, and we can build a relationship with them to where they gonna speak up. Y'all love them so they won't go searching for it. So nobody can fake love them. They'll know when it's real. You understand? Because people pretend very, 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 very well. They pretend very well. And I don't need them pretending with mine. I need mine to recognize the real from the fake, the love from the hate. I need them to recognize that so they can know when to get away. And like I said, it took me 33 years to recognize these things, y'all. And I'm just giving it away. Giving it away. Gotta protect our youth. Okay. And I'm glad I calmed down so I can explain it better, y'all. Number 1, correct the bad behavior while they're young so that they won't grow up and have to relearn 50 years of bad habits. Number 2, don't just let them go any and everywhere because they're going to pick up bad behaviors, bad habits. And then who got to correct it? You. You understand? Number 3, love them so they won't go searching for it. And I promise you, you will see a major, drastic change in your children. You'll get your babies back. Because I got mine. And I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful to have my babies back. I love them so much. And like I said, I'm going to bust the balls that I ain't got to try to make sure that they stay kids while they can. Because y'all know, once we get grown, we grown. These bills, they ain't going to never stop. The troubles and triumphs, they ain't going to never stop. You know, we just got to teach them the things that they need to know so that they can get over these hoops, get over these humps, get over these hurdles without breaking a sweat. Okay? Because as a parent, I refuse to not give my children the knowledge that I have and watch them struggle. I'm not finna spoil them like everybody thinks that I'm doing. It ain't your business. Just like how you raise your children ain't my business. But we can't be blind to the fact that other people can see who's doing what. Other people can see what type of parent you are. Other people see it, okay? And instead of judging, because only God can judge, why don't you clean your own backyard? A lot of things are easier said than done. A lot of things might seem difficult at the start, but the end result, y'all, is going to be so worth it. Because y'all act like our kids going to be around us forever. They not. You don't want them to hate you. You don't want them to put you in a nursing home. Love them. Because I saw a video earlier that really grinded my gears. This nurse in the nursing home was snatching this lady up, pulling her hair. The lady in the wheelchair. She snatched her up out the wheelchair and drugged the lady on the dang floor and was, child, too much for me. I definitely don't want anybody doing my parent like that. That's when I'll get clinked. Because what? That lady, she need to get her another job. If an old person can make you that angry to where you got to get out your character and snatch her up, you need another job. But yes, y'all, it's very important. These things are very important. And I hope y'all are having an amazing day. I am out. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I ain't forgetting nothing because I ain't gonna speak on this topic no more. I don't speak on this topic no more. Anything else? All I know is if you don't follow this, then you're gonna raise an angry soul that's gonna be mad at the world, go out here getting in trouble, go out here looking for love, getting their heart broken, go out here getting beat up or beating up people, uh, abusing, killing, and stealing. And we do not want that. Okay, y'all? So, yeah, I'm really out this time. I hope you understand everything that I'm saying. Bye bye.